What if I could show you how to go from 0 to 7 properties in less than 18 months and generate an extra £60,000 in profit? Would you be interested in knowing more? Well, if the answer is yes, you are in the right place, because I am interviewing two of my amazing personal inner circle members. We have Elisa and Michele, and we're going to do a deep dive on how they started, scaled, and got amazing results. Guys, welcome in today.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, no, it's an absolute pleasure. And I've got to start by saying, what an incredible journey we have had. You know, we've been working together now for 14, 15 months, there or thereabouts. And, you know, you've got some insane results, and you have had lots of challenges and lots of blocks. However, you are solution-based people. So we're going to have lots of people tuning into this. So if you could take us back 18 months ago, when you decided that you wanted to become professional property investors, how did life look then? And what was going on for you to want to make a big change in your life? Let's go with ladies first, and we'll go with Elisa.
Yeah, so 18 months ago, we were both in our full-time job. And we were both working huge amount of hours every week. And of course, we know that there was COVID at the time. So a lot of people lost a job during COVID. We were between the lucky ones that we still had a job. But at the same time, even though we were living under the same roof, we were barely seeing each other. We were starting early in the morning, finishing late at night. And we didn't have any us time anymore. And at the same time, we were trying to start and have a family, but because of all the stress we were going through, we were not able to do so. And when we were able, then we lost our baby. And so that at the time, we said no more. And that's when we decided to take the property journey seriously and started investing heavily in ourselves, joined the amazing community, AFL and Liam and Jay and all the AFL family, which has been an amazing support and a lot of knowledge and mentorship that's been huge for us.
Great, so you knew you needed to make a change, joined us, which has just been incredible. What was it like for you, Michele, how did you feel when you started this property journey and you know that you were going to take massive action and actually start building a legacy for your future?
I think the biggest change for myself was basically to change my mindset. I've always been driven from a career, so I educated myself. I want to scale on company ladder and etc. to get a better job, the usual stuff. And obviously, since we joined and we start to change our mindset, to self-educate ourselves with having great mentors like you, and we have a chat quite often to understand exactly when there was that swap in our brain, and I think this comes just after we joined you.
Yeah, because you came to the 3-day Property Millionaire Bootcamp, which is our 3-day advanced training. You then decided to get mentoring by me and Jay on our inner circle, and we sat down when we had our interview. And you're a corporate man in a corporate job. You want to be the manager of the manager of the managers. Great salary. What was one of the first targets and goals that we wrote down when we had it?
It was exactly the 4th of April 2021. My first goal was to quit my job and become my own boss.
In 1 year.
Sorry?
In 1 year,
in 1 year, in 12 months. And my last day was the 1st of April 2022. So.
Wow, so actually it was a lot quicker than 12 months. So very much like 10 months, right?
That's the thing. We grew so much in the last 12 months where we decided, okay, let's make the change now.
Wow. So you sacked the boss, you're out your corporate job, only took 10 months. And that was only possible because you just started to generate cash flow from a property portfolio. So what was your main property strategy when you started to work with me and the rest of the team, Elisa?
We decided to focus on rent to rent because as we know, with rent to rent, you can have a good cash flow, which is what we needed to be able to sack our bosses. And so starting with rent to rent, we attended the service accommodation boot camp as well with Ross, the amazing Ross and Rebecca. And after that, since we set up our company, within I think it was within a month, we had already our first deal. And after that, 3 more followed, and yeah, happy days now.
Wow. Onwards and upwards, yeah, onwards and upwards. And the day that you sacked the boss, the day that you walked out, how were you feeling?
You know, it was a big change in my life because we had a newborn baby. You know, as a man, I feel like I need to take care of my family. I remember still today I resigned. The day after I was like, oh my God, what did I do? And I think the first 2 weeks after not being an employee anymore, I felt a bit lost.
Yeah.
But thank you to you and Jay, I found my way back. And I think now, since then, I don't
It's been
regret that decision
fantastic.
at all.
And I'm not being funny, you've had some major challenges, you know, even since I've been working with you. You know, number one, doing this initially part-time, just a few hours a week. Obviously you were pregnant and now you've had your little boy, which is just, and I remember seeing you, you know, take your boy out on viewings. We're here today at one of our live academy days and you brought your little one with you. So you're actually, it's all part of the family now, isn't it? It's part of the family. Now, a lot of people would come up with an excuse of time or family. I'm pregnant, I've got a newborn. How come you didn't use those as excuses? What was it, Elisa and Michele, that really got you super focused on there's no way this is not going to work? Because a lot of people, they do give up and they come up with some excuse. What was it in you two that made you go for it?
Well, the big driver was obviously our why, and I think it's very important to be clear on what is your why and why you do what you do and why you want to do what you want to do. And for us, it was our family, of course. I was pregnant, we were expecting a baby, and we wanted to focus on ourselves and on our family. And we couldn't do this working full-time on our jobs. So we decided to, well, we talked to each other and we said, well, if we need to work so hard, then why don't we do it for ourselves? And so that's why we decided to focus on property, because we knew that we could set up our business and be flexible around our family and still be happy doing what we want to do and for our why.
Fantastic. And let's talk about your deals. So you got your first deal within 30 days, 3 more followed. You've also done some single lets. So you've got 4 rent to rent deals and 3 single lets.
Yeah, one of which is HMO.
And one which is, so
yeah.
2 single lets and 1 HMO. Those rent to rent deals, how did you find those deals? Was it directly with a landlord? Was it with agents? So anyone listening to this now, where could they go and find some great deals, Michele?
It was a mixture. So our first initial deals was through an agency. And then we obviously managed to have the other 3 through direct to vendor. So it's a bit of mixture. I think here's the secret, is to be able to have a good relationship with your agency in your area, which we've been lucky with. So yeah, I mean, we've been always looking for both the opportunity to get leads from either direct to vendor or agency.
Yeah, okay, that's great. So direct to vendor, all letting agents, build those relationships. I'm just going to play devil's advocate here, because I hear a lot of people say this all the time. You can't get any rent to rent deals. There's no deals available. You can't get them over the line. No one will do a corporate let. What do we say to those people, Elisa?
Well, it depends how much you're looking for and how many agents are you calling. How many landlords are you looking for? So it's a numbers game. So go, keep calling the agents, keep following up, keep sending those direct vendor letters, and sooner or later someone will knock at your door or call you.
And I think that's a good point. Look, you've got to be determined. It's a volume business. I think it's really important to understand that this is not a get-rich-quick strategy. It's definitely get-rich for sure, but it takes some time. And obviously you've invested in great mentoring and training, and you're a big part of the academy for sure. Let's talk about the numbers. And to be generating in the region of £60,000 a year profit per year, that's more than what most people make in a corporate job or being a doctor or a lawyer. How has that been possible, Michele? How come you're generating so much from the portfolio?
We are based on really quantity and quality.
Okay.
So we have certain standard where if we cannot generate a certain amount of money from the deal, we much prefer to walk away. So we've been really selective, in the deals we decide to take, and that's why we achieve to the number. Obviously, we have all the process where we know where to save money, and we know where we can earn more money. I think at the beginning was a bit of a challenge, but now that we have put all the process in place, we managed to achieve those numbers.
Fantastic.
And that is an average, because the month we are at it, we generate much more than
what, this month?
Yes.
Yeah. Where could you be this month?
We are planning with whole portfolio to be around 8.5.
This month alone, £8,500 net profit. So I know with serviced accommodation it can fluctuate, but if you can do it one month, there's no reason why you can't do it on other months. If you get the right client in there, the corporate market, keep marketing to the existing clients that have stayed there, keep building up that demand. So let's talk about a challenge that you've both had. So one big challenge and how you were able to overcome that challenge. So let's start with you, Elisa. If you could pick one challenge that you faced in the last 15, 18 months, what would that be and how did you overcome it?
Okay, so one challenge is difficult to start to just
I
one.
know.
But if we don't count the fact that I was pregnant and I had a baby, and so it was more difficult because obviously I had to focus on him as well as on the business, but I had a big support here. Then the other big challenge, we touched on it earlier on, and it's the fact that sometimes not all the agents are willing to listen to you. If you talk about company lets, not all the landlords will be happy, but then if you keep persisting and keep calling other agents, the yes will come.
Nice.
So the challenge initially was to accept the no.
Yeah. Okay,
then we realized, that you need to go for no, and then the no is, another no is closer to a yes. So keep going, and a yes will come.
Well, we have a saying, right? Aim for 50 no's. And what a lot of people do is they stop at 5 or 6. But if you aim for 50, before you get to 50 no's, every single one of my graduates have got a yes. So aim for 50 no's. What about yourself, Michele? What would you say has been a challenge for you and how you've overcome that?
The biggest challenge was obviously having a corporate job, having this side business, and having a little one. That was the main challenge for me.
Yeah.
And obviously now with the corporate job on the side and just focusing on our own businesses and having the little one, we managed to overcome because we don't have much support here. So one of the two needs to carry on to take care of the little one. So what we do is we split the hours during the day. So we know at that time, from that time to that time, you have to do this, I have to do that, and etc.
Perfect.
So
Great.
I think it was a time management.
Yeah, so time management is key. We've all got the same 24 hours in a day, focusing on those high income generating tasks, which is amazing. Now we've recently been out to the Property Millionaires Retreat, which is our retreat, in Marbella, which was incredible. You've got 7 deals now. Let's just take the next 12 months. How do the next 12 months look for you? And because we're going to come back in 12 months and re-interview you. So 12 months from today, where are you going to be?
So we set the goal to achieve to add 10 property to our portfolio. So at least to get to 17.
Okay, awesome.
Let's do 18 because 17 is not a good number. And obviously what we'll be focusing on mainly is on rent to rent.
Yeah.
We are already in discussion to take 2 or 3, if we're lucky, rent to rent deals for a rent to SA in the next couple of months. So we're already in discussion with the agencies.
Perfect.
By end of August, we will be able to add those three to
Wow.
our portfolio.
Wow.
And then we have several follow-up to do for rental HMO as well.
Yeah.
That takes a bit longer.
I think that's a great target to have. You know, let's go with 18, yeah. You know, and on 18, you know, that's going to generate you guys an insane amount of money. You'll probably be in the 1% of earners in the UK, to be fair, when you get to that type of level. So, you know, I'm really proud of what you've done. You know, thanks for being part of the community. What I love about you guys is that you just do the work. You know, if I say do something, you do it. If you've got a problem, you reach out, ask for help, you ask to book in a session. You know, you're active on social media. You don't let anything get in your way. And obviously, all the key things, make sure your bookkeeping's up to point, make sure you get your managed accounts, make sure you keep the demand, do grow, obviously don't grow too quickly, make sure it's systemized, make sure it doesn't take up loads of your time, do less, earn more, make sure you maintain the quality life for you and the little boy. So as a result of being part of Assets for Life and where you are today, how does life look today? How does it feel? And where are you at? Let's go with Elisa.
So if I think of myself last year, before joining AFL, I felt a heavy weight on my chest, and now I just feel this freedom. I feel lighter.
Wow.
And I can breathe.
Wow, fantastic.
Yeah, I think it's the same for me. I can feel the freedom of doing what you want, when you want,
Yeah.
and knowing why you're doing it.
And you know what, that is so nice for me to hear, you know, as one of the co-founders of Assets for Life, you know, the UK's leading property business and wealth training company, to work with amazing people like yourselves and to see a real transformation take place, because you're now living your version of your dream life. That is going to inspire every single person tuning into this, because most of the population don't want to do what they are doing, but they don't know how to get out of it. And they're just one deal away, one property away, one investor away, one mentorship program away, one training course away from a completely different life. If you could share one tip, one or two tips to our viewers, what would that be? Let's go with you, Michele.
So my tips will be, first of all, believe in yourself. Stop finding excuses, because everyone has 24 hours a day, and just believe in what you want and you want to achieve, because everyone is capable to achieve it. You just need to.
And what about you, Elisa?
So I would say be clear on your why. A lot of people sign up to mentorship programs, but they don't show up, right? So it's important for you, if you take action, take it 100% and not just sign up and then don't do the work. So get clear on your why. And then do the work, as you said. And if we are ordinary people, so if we did it, then I'm sure everyone can do it, right?
Awesome. Well, a massive congratulations. Thanks for being on the show today. A huge inspiration. And we will definitely do a catch up in 12 months to see where you're at. Would you like to come back onto the show? Awesome, good stuff. Well, there we have it. What an amazing interview with just two amazing people. If we can do it, you can definitely do it. If you're new to this channel, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and make sure you stay tuned and watch more videos. I love business, I love property, I love entrepreneurship, and I love seeing transformations happen to people just like you. I just want to say a massive thank you for tuning into this episode. Please make sure you go and leave me a fantastic review. And if you want more free property training, visit www.assetsforlife.co.uk and sign up for one of our up and coming free summits.